Hello, my name is Paul Melrose, and in this video we're going to look at how to get your photographs onto Google+, and we'll have a look at how to make some basic edits. So here's some photographs I want to upload onto my Google Stream, and there's two approaches I can take. I can upload photographs individually, and this is a great way if you want to showcase individual photographs, or you can also upload them as an album, and we're going to do both of these in this video. So first, let's see how to upload individual photographs. So I'm in my stream here. I'm going to click on What's New, and I'm simply going to drag one of these photographs here from this folder, and I'm going to drop it in the box. And that's all you have to do to upload one of your photographs. Drag and drop. Photograph is up. I'm going to add some text here. I'm going to make this bold. And I'm ready to go. Just decide who I want to share it with, make it public, and click post. Share, and that's it. So my photograph is up, and I've shared it, and it's public, and people can make comments. That's the easiest way of doing things, but if you want to actually upload a group of photographs as an album, you can also do that. And I'm going to show you a different way of getting into your photography. Across the top here, beside the home symbol, we have one for photos. I'm going to click on this symbol, and this brings me to the section where I'm going to manage my photographs. Across here in red, I'm going to click on upload new photos, and I'm going to make an album. So I'm going to call this album Aranzatsu, which is a mountain retreat in the Basque Country in Spain, and I spent a long weekend there teaching a course to a group of secondary and primary school teachers in the Basque Country, and I brought my smartphone along with me, and I took some photographs there, and I want to make an album from them. So here's the photographs I want to use. I want to use this, use images, and I'm simply going to drag them into the box, and they're simply going to load in, much as I did with the individual photograph. And when they're all up, I'll press pause for a second. There we go, they're all uploaded. I have the option of adding more. I can add these to an existing album, or I can simply create my new album, which is what I'm going to do. Click Create Album. Once again, I add a text here to give some information. So I've added my text on the photograph. I've decided to make it public, and I click on Share. Okay, let's go back into my stream. And here we can see my two recent posts, Paul Melrose, the shrine post, and the individual photographs underneath. And then somewhere below, you'll find the other post I made on Bilbao, the individual photograph, and there's nothing underneath these, no thumbnails, because it was the only post. Okay, so you have some photographs up, but there's some more things you can do. I'm going to click on this photograph again, and I go into a page now where I can view it in more detail. If I press my spacebar, the comments box on the side disappears. It makes for nicer viewing. Click it again, it comes back. And I can also give a title to these photographs. Over here, I'm going to click on Title, Edit, and whatever I want to give this, my description, click Add, and now I have some information people can read about it. I can go to the next photograph, and I can continue to add information on these, but there's more. If I go down here and in Options, click on Options, I can download the image, and I can get photo details, and here we can see some details taken on an iPhone, technical things like this if you're interested. But if I click on Options again, I can delete the photograph. If I click View All, I get thumbnails of all the photographs, and I can skim through them quite quickly. But probably the most interesting thing is up here in Creative Kit. I'm going to click on this, and it's going to load a photo editor. This is Google's photo editor. It'll take a moment to load. And here we are. So now I have a choice of things I can do. I can zoom in on the image if I want to work on one part of it. I can crop the image, click on here, No constraints means I can decide exactly what part of the image I want to crop. So if I'm happy with this, if I want to undo, I simply go to undo and we'll go back to my original. I can rotate the image. Remember always to click apply afterwards if you want to keep that. I can adjust the exposure, like brighter, darker. I can also look for highlights. Let's say I want to move this slider here. You'll see that the brighter areas will become brighter, but not the darker areas. But if I want to see if there's any detail in these arches here, I'm going to zoom in on the arches. I'm going to move in here. And let's see, can we get more detail here in this area? Make it even bigger. By moving the slider, the highlight slider, I can make this brighter. I can adjust the contrast. I'm going to move it back to where it was. I can adjust the contrast, make it more dramatic. But I'm going to leave it as it was, cancel. Likewise, I can adjust the colors. I can sharpen the image. If I move this across, the image will become sharper. I don't know if you can see that on your screen, but definitely it is for me. If you've ever worked in Photoshop, you'll see these as very basic versions of Photoshop tools or anything in Lightroom or Aperture. We can resize. And there are your basic edits you can make to photographs. There's also a little button here called Effects, and I can click on this and you can get little effects all ready to go. So if I click on any of these, let's say HDR-ish, it'll affect the photograph. Click cancel. Tint, likewise cancel. There's one here called decorate. If I click on decorate, I can add elements to the photographs. So you might see people with beards or mustaches, so I can add elements like that. Let's say I want to add, let's say, a mustache. I click my mustache and it appears here, and I can put my mustache on the top of the building. And I'll delete that. And finally, you can add text. So you want to add a text box. You can pick your font, and you'll say pick global, and the text will be hello. Click add, and there's your text in the middle, and you can adjust your colors and adjust various elements of the font this way. I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to save any of these, and I do want to navigate away, and I'm back into my photographs. And that's your basic way of editing photographs within Google+. I'm going to close this box here and go back into Photos. If you look here on the left hand side, you'll see a list of options: photographs from your circles, photographs from you, photographs from your posts and albums. I'm going to click on albums, and you'll see all my albums are listed here. Some of these are public, some of them are not, and you have the option of making them public or not. So let's say I go into Aranzatsu again. I see here at the top it's public, it's unlocked, but if I click on this, I can lock the album by simply removing this, and it'll no longer be a public album. I'm going to leave it public. So that's a very basic tour of how to organize and share individual photographs or share photo albums on Google+.